All right, guys, this is the Aventon Pace 4. It's brand new from Aventon, and here on Run Bike Mike, I'm gonna be doing a brief overview on this bike and take you out on a quick ride. If you guys wanna see a full detailed review, you're gonna wanna jump over to my other channel, Ride Electric Reviews. That's where I do full deep dives on all the e-bikes that I review. And also, all of my e-bike reviews are gonna be going over to that channel anyways. So if you're really into this style of e-bike, you're gonna wanna go over there and definitely click subscribe. All right, let's get into the Aventon Pace 4. So this is the Aventon Pace 4. Now this is a 36 volt system. This particular bike is just like all the new Aventon bikes coming out. Aventon has stepped over to the 36 volt system as opposed to a 48 volt system. And I personally think that they have pretty much mastered this system in comparison to other brands out there. They're delivering power and performance that competes really well against 48 volt systems. And in my opinion, a lot of times it's even better. With that, you're gonna get lighter batteries. For instance, this particular bike would typically not come with a 20 amp battery if you're running a 48 volt system, because 20 amp batteries on a 48 volt system are massive and they're super heavy. On this bike, it's really not that big and you're getting a whopping 20 amp hours out of it. This bike can go an estimated 70 miles of range with pedal assist level 1. So you're gonna get performance that you would expect out of a big battery 48 volt system, but in a 36 volt package, making the entire bike a lot lighter. Now the motor back here is a 36 volt, 500 watt powered motor. Now this motor can peak out at somewhere right around 860 some watts. So you're gonna get a big boost whenever you actually really need it. Now, this particular system does have a removable battery down here. As you can see, this is how you remove it. You don't have any keys. You go through the menu system, and I love that Aventon has done this with all their brand new bikes. I really don't like the key system. Having to have a key to remove the battery, in my opinion, is just something else to lose and misplace. Having the system lock itself and go through the menu system is absolutely fantastic. Now, you may be concerned that if you let this bike die, you won't be able to actually remove the battery. All you have to do is plug it in for just a few minutes, let the battery get enough charge to be able to turn the bike on to be able to actually remove the battery. It's that simple. Okay, real quick, if you're enjoying this content, I only ask one thing of you, and that's just to watch this video all the way through. That's all the YouTube algorithm is looking for these days, and I would greatly appreciate it. All right, back to the Pace 4. So also on the Pace 4, just like all the other Aventon bikes that have been coming out, it has the ACU system built into the frame down here. Now that's gonna give you all kinds of features, but one of the features is an anti-theft system. And this system is exactly like the level 3 that I reviewed not too long ago. So whenever you go into the store, you can simply hit the lock button on here and it'll lock that back wheel. So if anybody comes and tries to take your bike, cuts the lock off, they're not gonna be able to ride away because this thing locks itself. They would have to carry this bike pretty far. And anybody who carries any kind of e-bike really far has got to be super strong. So having this lock on here is one of my favorite upgrades that Aventon has done to these bikes this year. Now let's take a look at the front up here. The cockpit is a little bit different than what we've seen on some other bikes. This has an awesome looking BMX style bar. This is one of my favorite setups. And the reason being is that you have a lot of adjustability back and forth, but you also have this open bar up here for accessories. And also on these bars, you're gonna get the ergonomic grips that Aventon always puts on their bikes. I really like these, they lock on. And then over here on the left, you are gonna get the nice Aventon thumb throttle that we've seen on all the other bikes that they've come out with this year. And then you get the little screen. I absolutely love this control unit that they put on this bike. This is one that we've seen on the level 3, the Abound SR, and the Abound LR. And it gives you all the information that you're gonna need. It's full color and it has turn signals. You can turn on your headlight and you can put this into walk mode. This is a really nice compact setup that allows you to do everything. And if you need to do more than what this screen provides for you, you can open up the Aventon app and do even more fine tuning there. If you wanna learn more about that Aventon app, jump over to my Ride Electric review channel. I'll be diving into that and going over all the options that you have on it. Now this does have a Shimano 8-speed. I really like that this is an undermount. You've got your thumb and your trigger shifter. One of the big upgrades for this year is going to be the Tektro brakes. These Tektro brakes, it's a brand new design from Tektro. These look super modern. They have awesome lever feel, and they're also metal levers. I know on the Aventon Level 3, the Magura brakes that were on there, some people were really concerned about the plastic levers. And after feeling the levers that come on this one, I wish they would spec the Level 3 with this particular setup. These Tektro brakes are gonna be awesome. They have 180 mil rotors, both front and back, 2-piston hydraulic calipers, both front and back, and they just look good and they feel good. Get it up to above 20 miles an hour, and here we go. And let's go. Oh, yes, of course. The Tektro brakes. I think that's probably the same as what the Level 3 did. I'm not really sure, but that looks like a good distance compared to what I've seen other bikes do. So as you can see, right back here is where the asphalt changes. And then up here is kind of the line where it changes back, where they did some sort of a patch. And I would say I'm a good 3.5 feet from that line. So Tektro brakes did amazing as always. Now the Pace comes in 2 different sizes. You've got a small medium, and then you have a large extra large. This is a large extra large. I'm 5'11", and this bike fits me really well. Now the Pace series has been known for being more of a city bike, and they definitely spec this correct whenever it comes to tire size and wheel size. These are 2.10 inch tires that have really nice city style tread, but these are 27.5 wheels. You're gonna get really low rolling resistance out of this, and that's gonna be one of the big reasons why you're gonna get such good range out of this bike. And also one of the other things that the Pace is known for is it doesn't have any suspension, making this bike super efficient. If you've ever been on a road bike, they're very fast, very efficient, and it's because they don't have any suspension to slow them down. And that's the exact type of ride feel that the Pace wants to go for, hence the name. You want to keep up the pace? Well, you're not going to have any suspension, you're going to be just flying down the road. But to smooth out any of the bumps, since it doesn't have any suspension either in the back or the front, they did include a suspension seat post this year, and I'm loving it. And I think adding this really does change the game for bikes without suspension, because you don't have to worry about it jarring all the way through your body, because you have suspension where you really truly need it. They did include this new looking seat. I haven't seen this seat from Aventon before, but this is a very nice cushioned seat, and I found it to be pretty comfortable overall. Now, just like all the other Aventon bikes, you are gonna get their standard headlight up front, which gives you enough light to be able to see where you're going at night and also be seen by traffic. Aventon was probably one of the first companies to actually do this, from what I can remember, putting lights in the seat stays. You're gonna have lights right down here that will light up while you're going down the road and also give you turn signals so people will know exactly which direction you're gonna be going. Now, as far as the drivetrain, you do get a nice sized crankset up front, and then you also get the 8-speed cassette in the back, along with the Altus rear derailleur made by Shimano. Now, this particular bike has a torque sensor built into the bottom bracket, so it's gonna give you more of a natural feel, as if you're riding a normal bike, but with extra power whenever you need it. All right, so that's pretty much the specs. Let's take this outside and do a little bit more riding with it. All right, I've got this in the easiest gear. Right now, I've got the pedal assist off, and this bike pretty much just feels like a standard hybrid bike. Not really much else to say about it. I feel like I could pedal it quite a ways. You do feel a little bit of weight from the overall like e-bike part of it, but all in all, it feels like a relatively normal bike. Putting this into eco mode, you are going to start to feel the power of the bike, and it's got a nice feel to it. Now, I did go into the app and I did set this up to be a class 3 e-bike at this point, but I did not adjust any of the settings for the ride tune. So this is stock eco mode. Now, it does look like pedal assist 1 kind of comfortably gets me up to about 10 miles an hour with just casually pedaling. Now, if we go to sport mode, let's see what this one gets us up to comfortably. Now, any of these modes, you can push a little bit harder and get a little bit more response out of it. But I'm just gonna kind of lightly pedal this as if I was just cruising through the neighborhood or through the town. I'm getting about 15, almost 15 miles an hour comfortably in sport mode. And then in turbo mode, you can really feel the power kind of kick in, and it's pushing us upwards into this 20-mile-an-hour range. And again, the harder you push on these pedals, the more that motor is gonna push out power. Pretty much flat ground. And I'm easily doing 23, 24 miles an hour. And so there you go. That's the Pace 4. I think they absolutely nailed this for their 4th iteration. Aventon is really coming to life this year with some really cool technology. The ACU, their 36-volt system that performs just as well, if not better, than most 48-volt systems, and all of the creature comforts that you would expect out of a premium bike, including these awesome new Tektro brakes that I haven't seen spec'd on any other bike at all. So for full retail on this bike, you are looking at $17.99. So I know that can seem kind of steep to some people, but for the build quality that you get, you are truly getting a premium bike. All right, guys, if you like this video, I would appreciate it if you could click that subscribe button. If you want to know more, jump over to Ride Electric Reviews and subscribe to that channel. And also click the like button, leave me a comment, let me know what you think of the Pace 4. And if you guys want to pick one of these up and you want to help out this channel, definitely use my links down below. Those are affiliated at no additional cost to you, but they help out this channel. Now, if you are really liking my content and you really want to support the channel, for as little as $3 a month, you can jump over to my Patreon. That's Mike's Unlocked Garage. You get early access to all my videos from all my channels. Plus, you can interact directly with me. So if you have questions for me, I can answer them for you. But as always, guys, get out there and ride your bike. I got you, SOS, thought you was a